Hi. Welcome to Hoops and Harmony.
A podcast hosted by two hoop wearing Latinas, harmonizing with the world. We are live, and I hope that you guys can see all of these beautiful faces that we're looking at. It's kind of crazy. Um,
Yeah, each and every one, each and every person in here, like we're really grateful for because I think they are really the core of like our support team, like our support system, and it shows because that's why everyone that's in here is here. So we're really grateful for each and every one of you that's in here, like truly. I'm crying inside, but I'm not showing
yeah,
it.
everybody can't cry, but I can
I
cry.
could cry.
I'll cry all day. So she has to start. Yeah. So thank you all for being here. You guys are the core of who we are and why we're here. And yeah.
Yeah. So for you, thanks everyone. Yeah, I mean, I think I want to start with like, just my family, like, they've been really supportive and just doing a lot for like, me and just doing whatever they can. Like, I know it sometimes would be like crazy, like, oh, this is what you really want to do, but I have a lot of support. Like my brother's always like, just do it. Just
Fucking bitch, I told you not to fucking cry.
I didn't want to. Fuck.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Cause then I'll cry. I cry more than her, so the fact that she's crying.
I know.
So I just want to say thank you for all of our family that is here, all of our friends. I think it's very emotional, amiga, because we don't ever put ourselves out there. Me and Ebony have been very closed off to life, right? No, we don't talk to people. We don't. It's just very close, right? Allowing people into our space is very sacred. So everyone that is here, I'm so thankful because it's a very sacred space. Fucking Jenny. Homegirl's crying back there. So it's a very sacred space and we don't let people in. The fact that we even have a podcast is crazy. Like, like me and Ebony were offline for years, and the fact that we have created a community, because I hope you guys know how beautiful you look to us, like sitting here, and I think we had an intention to put this podcast out, and the fact that each and every one of you are here and you love us enough to be here, it makes us feel very proud that there's something bigger, right? We're doing
Like we have a bigger vision and the fact that like you guys are supporting it, it's great because especially like I feel like for me, it's always been like, maybe this is something that probably won't work out. So I always thought like maybe the safest thing to do is to do like something else, like a specific thing, right? So and this is really like we're following something that who knows, like we don't know if it's gonna go somewhere or not, but we're gonna do it, like
Yeah.
and we're gonna take every step that we can to do it and see how it goes because it's something we really want to do. Like,
Yeah, we're breaking a very big boundary, right? Like who do we know that has a podcast? Who do we know that steps out of in this role, right? So the fact that Ebony and I think Ebony and I, when we were like not out in the public, when you guys were our core, because you guys saw us on a daily basis, right? That me and Ebony were just like we were talking about really truly like how do we build community? How do we make this world a better place, right? And I think we had those conversations in private, and then we're like, no, fuck this shit. Like this shit matters. Something that we're doing matters, So sitting here and talking to you, it's a big, it's something really big to do, Like it's not normal, and so I think that's why we're emotional because we're we're doing something out of the fucking normal. Like this is not normal. Like who sits here and talks to people and like who sits here and puts themselves out there. And we put a lot of intention into this event, and we really thank our producer and everyone that's on his team and our on our team
Yeah.
has put this together.
Well, technically, each and every person that's here is part of our team. Like,
Yeah.
you know, because they're supporting us in some way, whether, you know, it's, and even those, I'm not going to say like just only the people here, because even those who couldn't make it, like, do support us in their own way. But just, you know, the people that are here, we are grateful for them because they're able to make it out here. Like, it's not a close drive for some of us,
so
you know?
that came here from Glendora, it's up itself. It's us close.
A little close. Well, yeah, my family's a little close too.
Oh,
but
facts, that's facts,
So, but yeah, we're really grateful. I mean, and like she was saying, like our intention for this is really like we just want to do so much more with this. I think it's like I heard someone recently say, and I've heard it before, is like don't keep all your eggs in one basket, right? So we want to do more with this. It's not just a podcast. It's like we want to do so much more with it. We want to do so much other events and give back to our community in some way, shape, or form. Like, and this is just the start of it.
Yeah.
Like we're literally
and this
just
being
starting
paid,
here.
I know it's hard for people to show up because I think we could have done a free event, and I know I 100% sure no more people would have showed up, but like we also need like funds to give to the community, to give to ourselves, to this is a production. Like this is not like look at the people around us. Like, you know, this is a real production. Like you need money, you know, and you guys are gifting that to us, and we truly appreciate it. And that's why we wanted you guys to, you know, talk to each other, know each other, and make it fun, and make you guys know that like we really are trying, you know. We're not just making you pay and be like, all right, just sit here and watch something crazy, like nothing, you know. Like it's real, like it comes from a true pure place. And we want to do a lot of great things, not only for us but for our community, you know, like and give back and be better people, and show people that like there's great people in this world who want greatness for not only us but like everyone that's around us, right?
Yeah, and I think that goes like back to how we even met, like Jordan, like because Jordan, I think that like we were meant to meet Jordan, like literally meant to meet Jordan because Jordan's production is like literally, he gives like his intention with the studio is to give other youth the opportunity to create something new, right? And that's what we like to do. Like that was part of us. That's what we want to do. We want to give back to the youth, and we already do that, like in our 9 to 5 jobs. Like that's what we do. So now we're trying to collaborate and do that all together. So it's like literally we were meant to meet Jordan. Like, and this literally helps us and Jordan and everyone. Like we're all on a team. We're all here for something bigger, like for sure.
Yeah, I think we are, and I think it comes from where we start, right? Everyone that's here, you guys are part of our root. Like you guys have known me since I was little. Like my mom is here, my dad is here. You know, like you guys are my core. It is mi fundación, ¿verdad? Así se dice. Eres mi fundación, you know. So,
Keep going. You got this. Foundation.
sí.
Foundation.
Yeah. So mi papá y mi mamá, like, muchas gracias por estar aquí.
Yeah, I think it all starts like I think we're learning to do different things, and we're learning how to like grow ourselves. But I think we sometimes tend to forget like where we come from, and that's our core, right? Like we've been growing, and girl, we're just out here crying, boy.
Just cry, babies. Damn it, I gotta pick up. No, yeah, we have. I think it's because we come from broken families, right? Like people that have gone through real struggle. So sitting here and doing this is like what I feel like an imposter. It all came in, and like I was like, girl, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what this is. But I'm thankful.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, most of the part, like our parents and the people like we, who really have been the core of us are really just allowed us to even be here. Like, there's a reason why we're here, and there's the start of it. Like they're literally the start of it. Like however it was that it happened, like now we're here. Like whether it was broken or not, like we did it. Like and now we're here, and I think they're proud of us. Like
yeah, cause I saw like my family, and I see them, and like they're just looking at me, and they're like, what Like what?
Like, damn, this is real? Like, they're getting filmed? Like, they're
Like,
out
what
on
is-
YouTube? What?
Like it's strange because we tell them what we're doing, but then they're watching us do it, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, like this is what you're doing, you
Yeah.
know, and it's crazy because it's just you and I, like, you know, like we don't, it's, you know, it's been you and I for so long that to allow people into our space is like strange
Mm-hmm.
because we're letting them into deep conversations that we have.
That we probably don't even talk about, actually. We don't even actually, like, say in that moment, but it's kind of like a safe space for us to say.
It's therapy.
It's therapy
Literally.
without the pay,
Literally.
but free therapy.
No, we're paying.
Well, yeah, but like we're not paying a therapist is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we're not paying a therapist. Like we're literally being our own therapist. Like, you know?
Yeah, so our foundation is here, you know, like our friendships
Other
are
form of
here. People that have been with us for so long. Like I sit here and like specifically like I think that like even with my parents like being here, like it's like they know what I do, but then they don't know what I do, you know, like outside of this, like in my career, like they don't know. And like Jen sees me and she's just like, no girl, you're it. And I'm like, I'm the one though, like I'm it, you know, I'm good at what I do, you know, I have love and I have intention of what I do. And like there's just some things that like are beyond what they know, you know, and I think people here, they see me and I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm beyond what they know, and it's hard for some people to understand, you know.
Well, yeah, we're a whole new generation. Man. I mean, we're breaking cycles. I think we've talked about that a lot. Like we're breaking cycles, and it's a new generation. Like, and that's why we even got the opportunity to be here, because 5 years ago, probably, or like, you know, nobody knew that what this was. Like, who the fuck knew about a podcast? Like, but now it's out there more, and we're utilizing, like, we're using all the things that we know and know how to do it to like bring something out of it. You know, it's not, you know, why not? Like the internet's out there, might as well use it to our advantage. Like instead of just being like, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So thank you all for being here. That was our thank you.
that's a long thank you, huh? Tears and all, but thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. And so I think we also wanted to, you know, like just say where we, you know, I think that all of you know where we come from. All of you know where our start is, right? And I just want to thank each and every one of you that is here, because they know me, because they've been around for me, you know, like, and Ebony too. Like I think Ebony and I met each other at like in college and stuff. So I think it was very interesting to like understand where she comes from, but also she understanding me and us like merging our lives together, right? Because outside of us being friends, like our lives are pretty together. Like, you know, like we're in a full-blown relationship.
Yeah. Some people think we're lesbians, but we're not.
My dad thinks we're lesbians, ¿verdad, Dad?
No.
My dad swears we're lesbians. We're not.
Yeah, we're not. But whatever y'all want to think, okay.
Yeah. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has seen me grow, who has seen Ebony grow. You know, I think back to like my childhood, and I think about like people who are here, like that have seen me grow, and like I would hope that like as a child I had good intentions, right? You would say? I would say that I had good intentions, and like even if I got lost, like I just came back to who I am really at the core of me, you know?
Well, me, I mean, I'm going as I go. Like you know, I'm still learning a lot of things. There's still things I'm learning to break. And it's hard, but I think Sylvia has really helped me with that, because girl, let me tell you, like
It's hard to break.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. That's sound right there.
yeah, I have a really tough shout, so it's like, you know, those that stick around, and each and every one of you, you know, hopefully everyone sticks around. Like you'll get to know Ebony, like, but Ebony has just like has been really closed off for some time, and she's opening up.
Yeah,
She's opening up.
yeah, really opened up. I appreciate you for opening up because it's hard. It's hard to open. Like it took me 7 years to like understand who she was, right? Like I really understand who she was at the core of her. I know she has pure intentions, but like her thoughts and her emotions, like it's hard to understand her. You know, like she has so many layers and things to unpack. But I think it's about being patient, and I think that if any of you have friends, like it's just you got to be patient with your friends. And I think I've been really patient with her, and like knowing like and telling her like, you know, like I care about you without telling her I care about you, like
I could be very like,
Yeah,
you know,
she doesn't-
like you're being a little, you're like being a little too lovable. But see, I don't know. So it's just like I don't know, like as I go, like I'm learning to just receive certain things and just like be like, okay, like you know, she really means it. Because I think like sometimes I would just be like, people just say that just to say that. You know, that's it. Like people just say that just to say that, and it's like no, like she really means it. Like she's been here this long, like you know, why not? Like why not receive it? So now if I'm like this, like she's the one usually I call, but now I'm here crying in front of everybody the first time. I got broken, so I mean, but it's okay. Like, yeah,
yeah, I think that I did. I think that also I'm very like I'm very open with her. Like I don't like I think that the difference between Ebony and I is that I'm like full blown like open. Like my family taught me to be very open about things, you know, like you don't everything is for everybody, you know, like you don't stop someone from giving, right? It's a very abundant world, right? Because especially where we come from, there's nothing. So we come to a different country and there's abundance here. There's nothing not, you know, to give. And I think that like I just want to take every opportunity and give everything to the world, right? And I think I teach you that, right? And I think you teach me like, hold on, because there's rules. Hold on, because there's because there's things we have to follow, girl. Like you can't just run. You can't just run, like you know what I mean, like. And I think that even when we were working at with Jen, like I think she taught me boundaries. Jen did a really good job at like being like, no, girl, you can't just go ahead and run around like that. And I was like, oh, you're right. But I think it comes from a place of love. Like you teach me from a place of love, and I appreciate you. You know, like, and I think that I appreciate you because you teach me boundaries from a place of love. You know.
you
Because
teach
you
me how to
teach
be
me,
free.
yeah, I really do.
Yeah, I think we're just I mean, we're not perfect. Obviously, we're still things we're working on and we'll go back to certain things and you know, as we go, like it's just a work in progress. And I think I used to stress a lot on like trying to be perfect, but like dude, like it's not perfect. Like everything's just going to go as it goes and if something goes wrong, like I'm just going to learn from it and that's it. Like what else can I do? Why am I going to stress over something that didn't go the way I wanted it to go? For what? And I think that's what she's taught me to be like, it's okay. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, amiga, you're doing a great job.
I'm just crying
doing
out
fine.
here. Like,
It's
that's crazy
fine.
to me. It's crazy.
It's fine. All is well. You know, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of us. I'm so thankful for each. I cannot explain to you how beautiful you all look to me. Like it looks great to look at you, to know like, cause you know we started this off like fuck it, like let's just get 5 views and like let's just see where it goes. You know, but now
we got like 100 views or more.
but now
like
we,
that's
but
crazy.
and now we think about like what can we do with this, like what how can we give back to people, you know, how can we use you all to build a community, right, like through a podcast, you know. And I think we made this and Jordan believes in us so much and I'm just like thanks Jordan. We're great, thank you so much, we're so good, you know, like. And I think it's because we're real, like we don't, you know, it is what it is, like we are coming from a place of love, you know.
we're also building something. Like we're going back to that. Like we're building something. So even
And it's
if
so
it's
new,
not,
amiga. It's so fucking new.
yeah, even if it's not like what we expected it to be, like, and if it's less than that, like, hey, like we're just starting. Like that's all it is. We're just starting. Like we gotta be patient because things just don't come from one day to the next. Like you gotta put in work. You gotta do those things. If not, like You know, and I think it goes back to that. Like, even if things don't work out, but you did that, like, you put in that work and you did those things, and you're gonna be satisfied with that because it's like, you know, what, God forbid, you know, you leave or thing, but you know you left with doing whatever you could do, and that's what counts. You know, you got to put in those things because if not, then you're gonna be like, well, damn, I didn't do that. I could have done more, and it's like, who really wants to leave with that? I don't, at least.
Yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna get uncomfortable, you know? Like, this is uncomfortable. Like, we're uncomfortable. And I think that's the point of, like, oh, there's thunder. It's raining outside. I'm so sorry. There's está lloviendo. Yeah, like, I think that's a good sign, amiga.
Thunder? I don't know. You keep saying that, but rain and thunder, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good sign. Like, thunder is actually Father God. No,
Thor?
I'm not lying to you.
I don't know. Maybe he's Father God. Like,
No, I'm serious. I was reading a book today, and it said, like, that these kids in like, from a church, like, from you know, an Aztec culture, they say a thank you every morning instead of the Pledge of Allegiance, right? Because I think we all grew up. If we you guys all did the bingo, and there was a who went to LAUSD, and LAUSD, you say, I have Pledge of Allegiance, sort of like, you know. So in that Pledge of Allegiance, instead of doing the Pledge of Allegiance, they do another allegiance. It's the allegiance of gratitude. And in that gratitude, they talk about thunder, and they talk about how thunder is Father God, and how
so not Thor.
not fucking Thor, stupid bitch. They talk about how thunder is Father God, and how God, you know, is all of us. And I think, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but on Instagram I always look at the sky, because the sky tells you about love. It teaches you about gratitude. It teaches you about, I am alive.
You know what's crazy? She does look at the sky a lot.
I look at the sky all the time.
Yes. So I think, like, I would tell her, like, oh, damn, the sunset and the view looks so pretty where you're at. I go, I don't really see that out here. I go, it's covered by trees and buildings and all of this stuff. Like, I hardly see it. And then she's like, no, you have to look. You have to look. And I'm like, okay. So I'm moving, and I'm like, just like moving, and that's LA, right? Like, it's a fast movement. So you don't really pay attention to things. So when I just started looking, and I'm like, damn, wait, you could see it. Like, you could see the sunset. You could see the sunrise. And I started doing that, and I started actually paying attention to it, and it's like, oh, we do have it. I just was so, like, lost in, like, everything else that I wouldn't pay attention to it. And it's like, oh, damn, like, these things do have, but obviously there's more open land where she's at, so you could see it a little bit more, but it is here, like, but I think we get caught up in, like, this fast pace that we forget certain things, or we forget to be grateful for, like, those little things. And it's like, look at the sky. Look at how beautiful it looks. Like, look at how the sun is setting. Look at how the sun is rising. Like, dude, like, that looks beautiful. It's orange. It's purple. It's cotton candy colors. Like, damn, like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I always think about that, and I think I taught my mom a lot, ¿verdad, ma? Cuando tú caminabas a Benji, like, tú veías el amanecer y el atardecer, and she would tell me, like, she would take pictures, and we have a group chat. Tenemos un group chat de la familia, and she sends pictures, you know? Y yo también, like, you know, because it's real. Like,
Yeah.
like, God is with us all the time, you know? And so I was so grateful to find him in the desert. In the desert, I found him. I found God, you know? And I'm so thankful that I show you about him, you know, and, like, not him, you know, I don't know if he's
The
a guy
sky.
or the sky. Like, that's where I find
Not
God.
Thor, God.
And so when I see the thunder, I think about him. You know, I think about not him, but, like, God in general, like, the idea of there's a fucking higher power. You know, there's a higher power always.
Yeah.
So that's just side note.
Side note about the sky. Yeah, but I mean, there's just so many things to, like, look at, and I think we've just forgotten certain things. And at least me, like, I feel like I'm always in a fast-paced moment that I don't really stop to, like, just either stop to relax, or just stop to look at things, or just stop to be grateful for things, or just, like, you know, just write things. Like, I don't really do those things. I'm just moving. Like, I'm always just moving, And she's taught me how to do that. Like, just slow down. Like, just slow down. Like,
Which is
it's
funny
okay.
because I teach you that, but you teach me how to slow down in the real world. In like the real world, she teaches me to like slow down. Like, no, girl, you cannot just run and do all these things. But in like the spiritual world, I tell her to slow down. Like, there's something bigger than you. But she teaches me to slow down in like in the real world. Like, no,
That's true, huh? I never thought about it like
yeah,
that.
I never thought about that either, amiga.
Interesting.
We're meant for each other. We're lesbians.
We're lesbians.
Yeah, I think we are. I think that we are lesbians. No, we're not.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I think that we do balance each other out. I think our podcast is all about balance, you know, and I think that life is all about balance. And I hope that you guys all find your balance, you know. Like, I think that each and every one of you are going through your own journeys. I think we've all talked to you in general, like in like some way, and I hope that you guys all find your balance, you know, like all find your peace and all find things of points of healing, you know. In your bingo there was meditation, so I hope that at some point
Doesn't point out the meditation was
yeah, so
funny.
I know more than one person is meditating in here because I wasn't the only one being asked to meditate. So I know some more people are meditating. I know more people are doing those things, you know, in their own way. I don't think meditation is just like sitting there for 10 minutes. You know, you can meditate in your car. You can.
Well, I think I've learned that because I can't do that. I can't sit down.
How do you
and
meditate? How do you meditate?
I just get in my car and I just close my eyes, like, and I'll just like stay in my car. I love my car. My car is like my sanctuary space. I think that's why I love my car. Like, I take so good care. Well, I try to take good care of it. Maybe the inside's a little funny, but like the outside, you know, I really try.
Yeah.
But it's like it's my sanctuary space. Like, I love being like I could literally get to my house and park, and I'll stay in my car for like another 10 minutes probably. And I like have my younger sister, like my mom, come out like, you're still in the car? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in the car still. Like, I like to be in my car. Like, and I think that's a space for me that's like, I just love to be in there. And I just like it. Like, and I think that's how probably I would say I meditate. And then, I don't know, like, that's probably like the most one I do. But I think there's different ways. And I thought it was only like, oh, meditate, like you have to do the, you know, like that's what I thought meditating was. And I think she was trying to introduce me to that. And I was like, I tried it. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I could do that. You know?
I tried to introduce you to yoga too. And you're like,
yeah,
nah.
that's not my thing either.
I love yoga.
I know. And you do love yoga. But like, I was like, yeah, I can't do yoga. I don't think that's my thing. But I think my thing is like, my heart is just like pumping and I'm just going. Like, that's my thing. Like, I like to, and I think that's why I enjoy the gym. And I think that's why I enjoyed sports. Cause like, for me, it's like, I like to, that's how I release. So I was like, oh, okay, like maybe this is the way I do it, you know? And that's fine. Like, but I think sometimes we think about like self-care, like things like that to be one way and one way only. And it's like, it's not. It's whatever fits you. It's whatever suits you. And it's like, if it's going to the gym or if it's running or if it's playing basketball or if it's talking to someone, like that's your form. Like, and that's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be one way and one way only, because then it becomes stressful. It's like, it shouldn't be stressful. It shouldn't be like, you shouldn't feel tied to like, oh, you have to write every day and that's how you're taking care of yourself. That's how you're feeding your mind. It's like, no, you write when you can. Obviously, like maybe not neglect it, but like do it when it feels good for you. Right. And I think when it feels good for you, it's when it's more intentional and it comes out better.
Yeah.
You know? So
I love that.
Wow, that was good, huh?
You're
Damn.
good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, I do believe because I do the traditional. I meditate and I do yoga, but recently, like I haven't been doing that. Like I try my best to just breathe when I can, like, and just take it in, like just
instead of being in like this routine that we feel like, oh, there's a routine that we have to go.
Because I used to wake up, I swear to God, I used to wake up at 4 a.m. I used to read. I used to make my bed, clean my room. I used to meditate. Then I would do yoga. Then I would walk. Then I would come back and do my job, right? And then, like, that stopped. So then I was like, oh, I can't do 4 a.m.s anymore. So how do I wake? Like, what am I doing now to rest and relax? And, you know, life changes. Like, change comes. And so what do you do? How do you adapt to that change? And I think that's what I'm learning. Like, it doesn't have, I don't have to sit always in like like
And I think it's helped too, because I think like at work, like because we think of these things, it's like, and I think you've said it before, it's like we have to adjust to our audience, right? And not everybody is the same way. So in like our work, like we work a lot with youth, and I think it helps us to understand like, oh well, we can probably serve this audience a certain way, these youth a certain way, but maybe we have to do it different for these type of youth, right? Because it's like, well, not everybody's the same, and I think that's something we're learning within ourselves, and I think we teach each other, and then we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back to our work and the things that we love to do, because that's just reality. Like, not everybody's the same. Like, I think it's like visuals, and some people are more visual, some people are more like, here, I don't know what's the word for hearing, but I don't know, whatever, like hearing. Audio. I don't know.
Auditory. It's called auditory.
Audio. We just put
Right,
audio.
Jordan.
Yeah, like, So, and I think it's cool though, because I think that's what, she learns. She's really patient with me, because I could be very like, huh? Like, what are you saying? Like,
I'm not
wait,
pa-
repeat it?
I'm actually not patient with her. I just like, "Ugh, it's fine.
No, but you're learning to be patient, because you'll be
I
like, okay, like, and you breathe. You'll
I
be
do.
like, okay, let me tell you, because her brain's like, shh.
Yeah,
And
'cause
I'm like, fool, slow down. Like, I need to really process this. Like, it takes me some time.
But it comes from like my family. Like I've been noticing, like even my mom, like she moves very fast. Like mi mamá se mueve muy rápido, ¿verdad, ma? Todos los días.
Zoom,
Uno
zoom,
y
zoom, zoom.
otra cosa, otra cosa, otra cosa, otra cosa, otra cosa. Y le digo, ma, stop, ya no hagas, Y ahora yo, like, I'm just like, oh, porque yo le digo, para, ma, stop. Y tú me dices, stop. Like, stop. And I'm like, porque así crecí. Like, mi mamá es la que...
Move.
Una cosa, llegas a la escuela, la tarea, limpiar, haz esto. Like, es siempre, siempre, siempre.
Yeah.
It's like a cycle. You're just going. So then you stop me. Ebony me ha enseñado a parar. Es okay. No te debes que ir tan rápido.
In my way, because I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
I'm like, huh? Wait, what?
y ahora yo le digo a mamá, like, Dios te está diciendo, relájate. It's okay.
Yeah. But I think, it's a full circle. Like, we all learn from each other somehow. Like, I think each and every person in here, like, we learn something from you. Like, and I think it goes back to probably their first episodes. It's like, we understand that whether you're younger, you're older, there's always something to learn from somebody. Like, I could learn something from a 5-year-old probably, or I could learn something from an 8-year-old. Like,
Yeah, like Penelope teaches us like all about social media. She's our intern and she does such a great job of like teaching us. Like, she just does a great job of like doing what,
yeah,
this looks better.
her thing.
Her thing.
Her thing.
This looks better.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a full circle moment.
It is. And I appreciate
Hachurro.
Yeah. It is. We're having a full circle moment because each of you have taught us all the great things and like allowing us to be here and share space. It's just amazing. And I think that when we made this show, we're like, oh, we want all of these people to be here. But I think these are like the perfect people, like,
Yeah.
it's a small circle, literally.
Keep the turkle small.
Yeah, because I think this is our core. When you have a root, when you have a plant seeded, like I would love to know that you guys are the ones, because when we become a tree, when we flourish and give back, like you are at our root, you are here.
No, I think that's what I was telling Jordan. I was like, I go, when we, things get bigger, because they're going to get bigger, we're putting it out there right now, they're going to get bigger, right?
Big facts.
Right. So when they get bigger, right, we are going to have people coming in. People are going to probably stroll in and things like that, right? But at the end of the day, we know who was here from the start. Like, from the start, these are the people that were here from the start. Everyone else trickles in, and that's cool. Like, we appreciate each and every one of you, but we know who was here from the start. And those are the people that we are really grateful for.
And I think that's why I didn't push nothing. Like, I didn't push, like, oh, get your tickets. Like, I was like, you got them. Cool. Like, you're here. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, I just want whoever came is who's here, who loves us, who supports us. And I was like, got it.
Yeah.
And that was it.
So, I mean, how much more time we got? That's my question.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, cool. I think we're gonna do a Q&A, but if you guys have questions,
Yeah. Anybody got
you guys want to talk? You
questions?
guys want
Any
to talk? We got time.
comments?
Yes, Tia. Come on.
All right. That's my tia Jennifer.
When she walked in, I was like, "Hi, Tia Jennifer."
Tia Jennifer.
You call her Tia Jennifer?
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, Tia Jennifer.
No, I just want to say I'm very proud of you guys. Ebony, you're my heart, my soul. You and Giovanni. Now we all have other two. Yeah, I'm just proud of you. And I'm learning from you because we're old school. Yeah. We're go to school, go to school, go to school.
What do you learn from Ebony?
I learned to be more open to, as she said, slow down. Because I'm like that. I'm like, do like 50 million things. I have this, and now I have a 6-year-old, and I'm trying to be a little bit better and slowing down as a parent and listening, because I don't think we listen to you guys very much, both of you guys. You and Giovanni, I love you guys. But I know your dad could be very hard sometimes, and I agree with some of the things, but I'm learning now to be able to break those traditions and be more open. And again, I'm just so proud. That's it.
And I think we still want the traditions, but maybe just just
Chill
see it a
out.
little bit, like
Chill
just a little
out.
different, because they are important. Like, I mean, they've got me this far, right? I can't be like, oh no, like they're completely bad. Like, they've got me this far, and I'm proud for who I am. But maybe just just tweaking it a little bit. Like, maybe there's just a little tweak we have to do, and that'll be fine. Like, but we can keep them.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But thank you, Tia Jennifer. I really appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Tia Jennifer.
Tia
I
Jennifer.
appreciate you.
Do you have any other questions? Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Question, comments?
Comments.
No?
No?
Look at my Jen.
Jen.
You have to. I would love
I
for
feel
you
like
to.
I have to.
Jordan was looking at me, so I felt like I had to.
Jordan.
So I just wanted to just kind of make a comment and just say that I'm very proud of you guys. I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay, Jen. I'm crying.
Get it together.
I broke the shell today.
Yes, but like I said, like we've talked many times, is you guys have come so far since day one. Since you guys were just walking into that house, LAYN, to now. You guys have touched many hearts, and I know all those little youth that you guys have touched, they're going to come back and look at you like, thank you so much. Thank you, because I've experienced it, with getting invites to weddings, to baby showers, to births, and all those amazing things. And I can't wait for you guys to experience it if you guys haven't already. Okay, and I know that there's heartbreaks along the way, but don't stop. God got your back. There's a reason why we went through a lot of the trauma that we did, or just whatever it is that we grew up with, because it makes us stronger. And no one ever can take that away from you, both of you guys. So just keep this in mind. We love you guys. We're proud of you guys. And just keep going. And just remember your goal. Don't ever lose track of it, okay? Much love.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, Jen really has been through a lot of it. Like, a lot of the things that we were so naive. Like, working at a group home is hard. Like, you don't understand the trauma that they've been through. Like, these kids have gone through like hard.
They would tell me some stuff, and I'm like, oh, wait, I have to keep my composure because this is pretty intense what they just told me. And it's like, I don't want to make them feel awkward. Like, it's something sensitive for them.
And they're like 13, 12, 14, 15-year-olds telling you like, I'm going through this, like,
or this is what I went through.
like, I need you, and you're 19, 20, like, okay, I will be
21, would
Twen-
you?
oh, okay.
We had to be 21.
Yeah, we had to be 21. You're fact. So we were like, we were young, and like we had to be like, okay, yeah, like I'll take care of you, and like we really took that job on, and we took it, and I think Jen taught us how to keep composure, how to keep alignment, how to keep safety, you know, like there was this role that no one could, it's just in you, you know. I think
in
it was
you.
in us, and she just taught us how to like step it up a notch. Hold on, you know, like hold on, you know, and like take it here, you know. And I think we did a really great job. And even when we worked at the center, like we did a really great job of like taking that on, you know. And you're here, and you know, like we did a great job, and you saw us, you saw how great we did. But that was Jen giving us like, come on, this is what you need to do and strengthen that, you know. And I think we take that, and now it's ours, because we don't want rules. We don't want, there's a lot of stuff that goes on when you work with kids that is just doesn't make sense in your head. It just like what do you mean? Like I was at the camp the other day, and like someone told me like, hey, you can't look like that. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to look like? This is me. Like I can't be or change who I am, because these boys that are locked up right now are gonna come out into the community. You know, I can't change who I am, you know, and I have to be who I am, and I have to let them know, like, respect me, and they will. Cause people are peoples, you know? Like you just gotta set your boundaries and be like, this is who I am, respect me, and they will. You know, because they're not evil, they're not devious, they're not, you know, they're kids. They're 17 minus, you know, like they're not like, you know, they're just kids, and you got to teach them. And I think that sometimes people that work with kids that are going through difficult times are like, these are bad kids. Like there are no bad kids.
Well, they're just, I mean, to the root of it all is like they are the way they are. Their behaviors are their behaviors because of,
There's a
reason.
There's a
There's
reason.
a reason for it.
And I think Jen taught me that. She's like, no,
It's
no,
not
no.
just because, like, you know, like there's a reason. Like no matter what, there's a core reason for it. Like,
For it all.
yeah.
Yeah. And I want to teach that. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any other ones?
That's crazy that you guys say that. That's like amazing, because a lot of these people need direction. They need someone to look up to and just someone to like lean on, you know. And a lot of the world doesn't give them that. So what you guys are doing now is trying to connect to the youth and trying to connect to people. And this is exactly what the world needs. There's not enough leaders in like you road. And for the group home kids and stuff like that, I experienced things like that. We've fostered a lot of kids, and their stories are sad. You know, and I've seen a lot of them fail and a lot of them come up. But without people like you, there's no way to come up. So I congratulate you guys for that, and cheers to that, for sure.
Thank you, Albert. And thank you for saying that, Albert. I don't know how we ended up working together, but like we did, you know. And I think God.
I like Albert.
Albert
I
is
just
great.
met Albert, but I like Albert. Like,
Albert is also a Leo. No, he does a really great job. I think his intentions are pure. Like my mom loves him, but I'm not to get mucho Albert.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a great guy, and like I think it comes from like, it's in you. Love is in you. There's a purity in you that I think everyone in this room understands. It's just common sense, right? You guys all understand. You just got to be good to people, right? There's people out there that are just not good. Like they're really ugly people. They think these kids are predators. They tell me you can't wear that because these kids will touch you or look at you. And I'm like, girl, no. Or boy, no. Like, no, they're kids. Like, be mindful that they're kids. There's something deeper in them. And I think we all understand that there's a deeper rooted understanding. There's this common sense that we're all sitting in here understanding a common space. You know, that's why we share it. And I hope that this moment, it expands forever and ever and ever. And people continue to understand that these kids, they're kids. They need love. You know, I hope that when everyone has their own kids, they teach them this kind of love. Because I know they will, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, amiga.
I'm a little nervous. I hate
No,
talking
don't
on that, but I don't think you guys. Well, I haven't spoken to Ebony too much about it before, but I've talked to Sylvia, and I don't know if a lot of you guys have had these conversations with her or like the podcast. There's a few podcasts that I missed, but there's one thing that you told me that kind of like set like nice with me was that you don't call these kids by the numbers that everybody calls them. You call them by their name. And somebody will walk up to you and be like, "Hey, 5623, whatever the case number that person is," and you reply with, "Oh, you mean, let's just say Casey Sierra." And I think that's very special because in the system, kids get treated as if they're just numbers, they're just cases. And I think it's very special for you guys to acknowledge that they're human. They're more than just a number. So it's very special for you guys to be able to do that. And I wish you guys in the future can talk more about like what you guys do, because it's very special what you guys do. It's not just a 9 to 5. Because I know you guys called it a 9 to 5, but it's really not just a 9 to 5. You guys do more than just a 9 to 5. And it's really special. And I'm so proud of you guys.
Oh, and thank you, amiga. I think that you know what's so funny? That you and I grew up in the same system. When we were numbers, we were just kids. No, remember, we were numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were numbered, and I didn't like that. I never liked it. Like that's just how. Because in their head it makes sense, but we just weren't those kids. And I think that you grew up with me. We knew each other since we were very little. So the fact that we understand that, and like I just never liked it, so I'm like, okay, so how can I do that different? How can I not be a number? And I think that you and I both understand, like, we're not numbers, we're kids. You and I are both DACA students, and we're not numbers. We're not numbers. We are not just immigrants. We grow bigger than that. We give life. You and I both give life. Like homegirl, we're doing it. At the core of it all, like as much as I love Ebony, like you understand me on another level. On another level, because you understand that like we give something more to the world, and we're doing it. We're doing it beautifully. So thank you, amiga.
And I think those are the things that we're trying to like, do differently. Like even, we've talked about it before. Is like we say sometimes like, or the traditional way is like clients, right? But we're trying to stray away from that and be like, oh no, our participants, right? Because clients, again, it's the same thing. Like, you're going back. They're participants. They're participating in our services. They're participating in those things. And it's like, we're offering a service for them. They're not just clients, because I think the word client is like a number. Then we go back to numbers as far as like money and things like that. And it's like, yeah, of course it's I mean, in order for things to fund, like you need money, right? But that's not all it is, and I thank you, thank you for that. So I think that was very important for you to say, is like, I think I was the one that says like, oh, we have our 9 to 5, right? But it's like, yeah, you're right. We do more. It's not just a 9 to 5. We do more within that 9 to 5, that it's like those numbers, right? So I like getting checks sometimes, Penelope.
Hi. This is our intern / sister.
Yeah, well, I want to thank Sylvia for so much, because even though with my mental health and everything, you helped me go through it. You come and talk to me every time. And I want to thank Ebony for having me here too. And help me go through a lot of stuff that I've been through. So I want to thank you so much for having me. I love you so much for helping me get up from bed and everything. Because I also would not have been here without you guys.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you.
We're here to hear you out, Penelope. We got you.
I love working with you guys too, so I try my best to come out here. So
Yes, these car rides, I mean, I'll take you with me. We have these car rides, I love them.
Yeah, I know. Penelope's been like my sister since we were very little, like my mom raised her, she did a great job, and Soul did, we're all doing our best. We're all doing our best. We're figuring out, life. And like, although we all have our mental health issues, whatever we're going through, like, you know, I try my best. Like, I can't change who she is and what she's going through, but I could change me because I feel what you feel. Like, I feel anxious and I feel nervous, and I'm just like, but I could do something, you know? And like, that's why I learned to meditate, and that's why I learned to breathe, and that's why I learned to slow down because life doesn't stop when crazy things happen.
It keeps going.
It keeps fucking going. And what do I do? What do I do when tomorrow comes and tragedy just happened? What do? I just breathe and I slow down and I say thank you. And I look at the sky and I talk to my friends and I say thank you. And I talk to my family and I say thank you, you know? And so I try to teach you that in a very like, I can't tell you because I can't be there and be like, hey, like, you know, because you have therapists and you have things. And I'm just like, those are the people. But I
I've
just
always
gotta
go back to give her the recipe.
I
You
gotta-
give her the recipe and you let her cook it.
And you do good. She gotta do, and she could cook or she cannot. But it's not my
Yeah.
job. Like if you don't want to do anything with the platform that's here, then that's on you. You know, like. But I gotta keep going. You know, I can't stop for anyone because I'm still an individual. I still got life. You know, and as much as I love you, like I gotta keep going. You know, like, and here I am, and I'm showing you life gets better when you just breathe, ¿verdad? Huele pizza, sopla vela.
It's good. It's good.
Hi.
Ebony, I want to say I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you too, both of you guys for sure. Can I get a round of applause? I wondering if you guys could speak on like how to accept failure, like not knowing what to do all the time. Sometimes you know situations where you don't know what to do, and it's hard to like figure out like what do I got to do, and accepting that like sometimes not everything goes your way, type of thing. So I was wondering if you guys could speak on that.
Do you feel like you failed?
Couple things.
Really? Because I don't ever see that in you.
You stumble.
Thank you.
You stumble. I think we all stumble. But I think, like, for me, the definition of failure is kind of like you just give up. If
You don't give up.
You don't give up. You're just stumbling.
You do. And I tell Ebony, like, I love Gio so much because I do. You know, I care about you like a little brother. You know, like, you truly do greatness for this world. And I just don't think you see it yet. You know, you're great. You're truly great. You know? And I see you and you've been, you're still so little to me. And I think that's why it's okay. And that's why I don't even push you. I'm like, you're just figuring it out, you know? But you're doing such a great job, you know? And you have so many resources, you know? God has given you so many resources, you know? Even if every time you failed, someone has been like, okay, Jill. Every time you've thought you've fallen, everybody's like, okay, Jill, come on, you know? Because that's why you're here right now, you know? Every time you failed. Because I don't think you've ever failed. I think you've always grown, you know? And that's it. Oh.
Hi, I'm Cass. I'm a little shy too. So what I would ask is, since I know you deal a lot with the foster system, what advice would you give to kids that also want to start a podcast?
Just do it. I know Nike says that, but like,
No,
just do it.
I'm so fucking serious. Just do, because
like,
we looked for so many places. We're like, oh, let's just do this and let's just do this and she's just like,
let's
just fucking do it.
Just fucking
let's
do
just,
it.
Like, let's just do it. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I don't care. Like, let's just do it. And I'm like, but me, I have like I'm like very visual. And if it doesn't look good, I don't want it. If it don't look good, I don't. So I'm like, okay, but if we're gonna do it, like let's have a good production, you know. And I think we found Jordan, and it was it's so easy. Like you can literally look up on Google, like just basics. Like you can look up on Google, like how to start a podcast filming near me, right? And that's what I looked up, and then I found Jordan. And even Jordan has said it, like, I don't ever like re-message people, but I didn't message Jordan back, and Jordan was like, hey, are you still interested in the podcast? And I'm like, actually,
Fate.
and it was so funny because Ebony was like, what's happening with the podcast? And I'm like, actually, this guy
just
Jordan
replied.
just replied to me. And it was in the same moment. And so I was just like, oh, okay, let's go see the space. So if you want to, like, why not? Your voice matters. Everybody here, your voice matters. Like, it matters because you have a story, you have love, because everything inside of you is there's something inside of you that just makes sense. Like, we come from the same places, from the same love. Like, I'm around
Different scenarios though, but they're
Different
all important.
it's the same rooted love. Like, it's same root. It's the same root. We all come from the same, but it's just different stories. Because I could tell each and every one you have different stories, but it comes from the same place.
I think
So yes, imposter syndrome is fucking real because I still have it to this fucking day. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just chilling here. Like, I'm still Sylvia. I still got work tomorrow.
But I think the other thing is, like, you know, because I think it becomes a little stressful because, like, oh, well, I'm not doing it like this. Well, I'm not doing it like that. Well, it doesn't look like that, so I can't. It's not gonna work out, right? It's just like, and I think it goes back to like doing it the way it feels good for you. If you have to start with your phone, then fuck it, you have to start with your phone. Like, if you have to start like, you know, just recording yourself like on the phone, like, you have to start like that, like, you know, but you gotta do it, like, actually do it and put work into it. Because if you think
Build
like, oh, I'm
trust.
gonna start and it's gonna has to look like this as I start, then you're gonna stress yourself out. Like, you're gonna stress yourself out, and it's like, no, you're gonna start wherever you're gonna start, and then you build from that.
But you
And I
gotta
think
build
that's what I
build
would tell them.
yourself first. You know, me and Ebony have been building ourselves for years. You know, like, know that you have a story. Know that you have pure intentions. Know,
Well, believe in yourself.
believe
Yeah.
believe in your story. Whatever you're gonna say into this world, believe in it. Believe in your, you know, my mom runs a company, Albert runs a company, you know, like, we believe that what we're doing, you know, like, one day we were sitting there and like Albert was like, but we have to, like, I have to make sure that, like, the customer feels happy. He believes that what he does will build something to make someone happy. You know, that's all. Like, you believe that you have it in you to make someone feel good. And everyone in here makes me feel good. So that it makes you feel good. So that means you got something to give to this world. You know, don't take that for nothing. Like, you got it. Like, it's in you. It's not on you. It's in you. It's been in you for years. Like, I just hope that you all see it and know it's in you. But that's how you break it.
That's what we would say. You know, I mean, there's probably a lot more to say that we probably have in the back of our minds that we can't spill out right now, but I think that's just really it. Like, just do it. I think if you contemplate too much and you just think about it too much and you become overthinking about it, like, you know, then you're probably never gonna get to it, you know? And if you believe in yourself and you just do it, however it starts, like, you know, so many people have started things by just little things, like just by doing something small. I remember I came across this girl that does makeup, and she was in the foster system, and she had, like, you know, you go through a lot of social workers, and a lot of the social workers, you know, are in and out. And it's like, this one social worker really believed in her. And when I saw the picture, I was looking at her makeup and everything, and I saw the picture, and she's like, she was grateful for her social worker. I was like, damn, oh, you don't really see that a lot. Like, them be grateful for their social worker, because social workers are in and out. They get so stuck in the system that it's like they become numbers. Again, they become numbers. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, damn, her support system was her social worker. And she does makeup, and she's really big, and she's so good at it. And it's literally started as that. Like, she was just recording herself and started doing makeup, and she tells her story, and she does wigs. Like, she puts wigs on. And I'm like, damn, she's so good. Like, I can't even do makeup like that. Like, she does it really good. But she started somewhere, and I think where she started was literally just recording herself.
Yep.
Like, so, but yeah, it's a really good story. It's really good.
Thank you. That was a good question.
I got one for you girls too.
Okay,
I'm proud of both of you.
Yes.
Okay.
He likes me.
First.
Yes!
I've always liked you. You're cool. But anyways, I'm proud of both of you because of what you guys do at work. you guys can actually change kids, as in just even a slight change in their life. They can see structure, and just with one change of one kid, that will make everything at your job the master of whatever you guys do. Second is the kids that you guys work with, if they can see your guys' podcast, they're gonna see, you know what, these two girls, they work with us, they help us, they do this on the side. My life can be like theirs. My life doesn't have to be like this. My life can be like theirs. There's always a way to swing around and enjoy life and not be so down on their life. So just what you guys are doing at work and what you guys are doing here, you guys will change some kids' life overall. So I'm proud of you too.
Thank you,
Dad.
Sal.
Thank you, Papa.
Yeah, I love that because we
Yes.
do we go in with that intention, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy you see it. You know, like 'cause
I think
that's
we
it.
probably dismissed that a little bit, right? Even by just doing this, like I think we don't really talk about that. It's like literally by just sitting here and somebody watching us is like, yo, that's already something. Like that's already something. That means there's a possibility. Like there's things you can do, and it's just as important. Like you know,
It's a
'cause
reminder.
It's a reminder. Yeah, it's
And
a
that's what Jordan's
reminder.
intention was. He's like to remind you why you're great.
Why you're great. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sal.
thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. I
Yes.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. All right. So we played a game.
Yes.
We did a scavenger hunt for earrings. So if you guys counted, if you guys have your earrings, maybe we can count them. If you
On the
guys didn't do
on
it,
the
it's
hoops.
fine. They're probably gonna be around here for a while. So count them, and then whoever got the most will win the prize. All right. So how many did you get, Jen?
16. Anybody else?
How many?
15? Anybody else?
All right,
Two.
Jen. She said it. She said it too. She's like, I'm the winner.
All right,
Yay,
Jen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
keep 'em.
If you guys found earrings, keep
Yeah,
them.
keep 'em.
We don't need them. Come on, Jen.
She's right.
Because you're part of our affirmation today.
Yeah, you actually are.
So you gotta choose your affirmation.
Careful with that. Don't want to
You
break
gotta choose your so we do affirmations at the end of all of our podcasts. If you got your podcast.
Got you.
So what's our podcast? You have 3 affirmations today. Choose the one for today.
Which one you like? It says, I am
I am in love with the present moment. I am
beautiful
I am beautiful
inside and out, or I am filling my mind with good thoughts.
I am
beautiful
beautiful inside and out. That's our podcast. That's
okay.
our
She
affirmation.
chose that
for today.
affirmation.
I am beautiful inside and out.
I am beautiful inside and out.
So we want you guys to think about what are 3 things. What 3 things do I love about my personality and about my body? That's our question. You gotta answer them, but think about it. What are 3 things you love about yourself and your physical self and all that you are becoming and all that you are already? All right.
Physical self and something else, no?
And your body.
personality and
Yeah.
your body.
Your personality and body.
You got any thoughts?
Okay, so I am beautiful inside and out. Think about that. Yeah. You wanna answer that question?
Okay, what's the first question?
What are 3 things you love about your personality?
You gotta gas yourself up.
I think
Right here,
it's-
right here.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I think what I love about myself is that I'm just crazy.
Her honey, approve.
Yeah. No, I think it's
Hey, but
just
he
because
checks
like
you.
I've come from being like in this shell of just being like scared to speak up, but now I think I found a voice to where like I really don't give a shit what anybody thinks, and I think that's kind of brought me to where I'm at now. So yeah.
I love it. Thank you. That's your affirmation for today. Love yourself and love you. What is the affirmation? I am beautiful inside and out. You are all beautiful inside and out. And you guys look so beautiful looking at us. And I'm so thankful to be here today.
Yes.
Thank you. And that's the end of our podcast. Thank you.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us. We really appreciate you. I know we said a whole bunch.
Yeah, I don't even
and
know.
cried a whole bunch.
How long has it been?
But
yeah. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you all.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.